Hey traders, it's Danielle, and I'm here to tell you why I'm taking profits on Google today. Primarily, it's just because, my first price target has been 180 and it's hit that level a few times and it's failed, and my options are just kind of running out of time. And next week, we're going to start seeing earnings picking up. So, with earnings picking up, you definitely want to be careful because the market can get really volatile once you hit earnings season. And so, I'm starting to edge out of some of these swing trades. Now, if you look at Google here, you'll see that there's a 30-minute squeeze that fired, which is great. And if you go to the other time frames, let me just go ahead and show you that we do still have a 195-minute squeeze right here, and we have a daily squeeze that still hasn't fired. So I do think it's possible that Google keeps going up into 185, potentially even 190. But for me, it's just kind of a question of, when is that going to happen? Because now we're going to have earnings coming up relatively soon. So if you look at the trades that I have on, I have some long calls and then I also have some butterflies. And the thing with this is just that I like to do the long calls after the butterfly. And I like to do the long calls in the earnings series because the long calls are going to continue in increasing an implied volatility going up into earnings, which you don't want that to happen with the butterfly. So I did the butterfly before earnings, and then I did the long calls in the earnings series. So, anyways, if you look at this right now, the long calls up like 50%. I got in for 590 and it's going for 890, which is pretty good. And then the butterfly, I got in for 490 and it's going for 870. So, again, like pretty good. Could it be more? Yes, it could be more. The price target on this is 185 and you're trading at 180. So, if you traded up into 185, especially over the course of the next 2 or 3 days, that's where this butterfly would really maximize because right now it's going for 875, but the max is $15 because this butterfly is $15 wide. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, should you hold it longer? But the thing is that because it only has 7 days left, if this is the high for next week and we fall back into 175, then you would lose all of this money. So I don't really want to do that. I would rather take profits on this now, um, because, it's Friday, we have earnings coming up. It's already failed at 180 a couple different times. So just basically all those reasons. So I'm going to be scaling out of this trade right here. And I just wanted to show you how that's going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and close the butterfly. Like I said, right now it's going for 872. So we'll just go ahead and look at that. Um, we have a range of 861 to 872. So I'm going to try to close it at the top end of the range because I want to get as much money as I can for it. So let's go ahead and do that. It's already closed. Okay, so now if I scroll down here, you can see that we still have the long call left. So, in theory, because this one still has 14 more days, I could hold on to the long call a little bit longer and see, if it would break out above this level, and trade up on into 185, 190. That's definitely a possibility. I don't love the way that this has been acting here. And the other consideration too is just the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq has been basically just stuck at the new all-time high. And so I do like to be careful when the Nasdaq gets stuck at the new all-time high, just gets a little bit complacent, it's down a little bit on the day because you're going to have one of these days where you're going to wake up and it's going to be down here. So um, I would rather take the profits when I have them, which is going to be right now. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this long call. And then if I miss out on a little bit more upside, that's just how it goes sometimes. The other thing you can do is you can scale. If I had more contracts, then I could have scaled out, but this was at my position max risk. So that's what it looks like taking profits on Google. That's why I did it. And if you're interested in these trade setups, come join us in the Mastering the Trade Room.